So the Bytown Museum a few years ago in Winterlude decided that it'd be really, really interesting to see what our community wanted to see as an ice sculpture. So we put the question out on Facebook and got their suggestions, and then hired an ice carver to come and actually create the sculpture of like one of their ideas, whichever was most popular on Facebook. So the idea for it came from just an idea, like a way of doing something new and different for Winterlude. We've participated for many, many years, and we love participating in the Winter Festival. It's a really important event for us. But we wanted something new to kind of bring people down. We also really wanted to think about how we could interact with our fans online. We have lots of people that like the museum on Facebook from all over the world, and we wanted to see how we could incorporate them into the event. So our top 3 contenders were Colonel By swatting a mosquito, and we had Lumberjack as well, Joseph Montferrand, who's quite well known in the area, and then the third was Parliament in 1914. Today what will be sculpted in ice is Parliament circa 1914. So it connects well with the centennial year of World War I beginning. As well, we have an exhibition on called Ottawa Answers the Call, which is about Ottawa during World War I. We didn't select it though; like it was selected by the community, so it's nice that it has a tie to the our exhibition. But that's what our people voted. That's what our Facebook fans voted for. The ice carvers, we actually were introduced to ECO, our ice carver, through the NCC and the Department of Canadian Heritage. They work with ice carvers every year, and they have great recommendations about where to go. And he's an amazing carver. He's quite an interesting person. I mean, he's a chef, and he carves fruit, and he carves ice, and he carves all kinds of things.
You gave me 3 hours.
3 hours? You gave me 3 hours. So if it's not finished in 3 hours, we throw it.
I have to do the overtime.
Yeah.
1914 was an awfully big year for Canada, and it was the beginning of World War I. Parliament would have been a fascinating place to be as those decisions were being made, as some very difficult decisions were being made as a country. And so that's what we wanted to look at with that sculpture. And what's interesting about Parliament in 1914 is that it was actually our original Parliament. It was before it had burned down in 1916. So a sculpture of 1914 is kind of interesting. It's good to see a Parliament that's very similar to one that we have today, but also different. It was interesting in our first year because we live tweeted and live Facebooked the event. So we were tweeting kind of updates about how things were going and that sort of thing. And we saw a lot of interaction with that online. And on site, we saw a lot of people being quite interested about kind of getting up, not too up close because there are barriers, but actually getting to chat with the ice carver and kind of hear about the process that he goes through to create something. Because we're a smaller event, Winterlude has great ice carving events and like huge, amazing sculptures go up. But because we're a little bit smaller, I think that people felt it was a little bit more of an opportunity to ask questions and chat with the ice carver as well. So it was a great time to kind of find out more about the medium.
It's now a little bit around.
Perfect.
It's nicer.
Looks awesome. So next year something easier?
Yes.